One thing. This is our midweek Refuel video devotion for September 4th, 2025. One thing. Back in 1991, there was a great movie that came out that had a lot of box office success. It was called City Slickers. It was about these city slickers who spent some time on a dude ranch learning life lessons, if you will. One of the main characters was played by Billy Crystal, and his character's name was Mitch, and he had a lot to learn. And then there was this curmudgeonly old cowboy named Curly, played by Jack Palance. In fact, Jack Palance won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar that year for this role of Curly. Well, there's one really interesting encounter that is sort of a memorable scene from this movie where Curly says to Mitch, "You know what the secret of life is?" And Mitch says, "No, what?" "This." "Your finger?" says Mitch. "One thing, just one thing. You stick to that and everything else don't mean a thing." Well, he didn't say don't mean a thing. Well, this famous scene from City Slickers strikes a chord because it echoes something deeply true about our lives, yours and mine. Mitch was a man in the midst of a midlife crisis. He was searching for meaning in the busyness and chaos and the expectations of modern life. Enter Curly, the rugged, no-nonsense cowboy who cuts through all the noise with one iconic finger and one simple truth. The secret to life is one thing. You just have to figure out what that one thing is. Now, Jesus, he offered too, once upon a time, this same truth. But unlike Curly, he didn't leave it vague. Jesus said it out loud. In Luke chapter 10, we find Jesus visiting the home of his friends Mary and Martha. Martha, the hospitable host, is distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. And she becomes frustrated when Mary sits at Jesus' feet, listening to him rather than helping out around the house. "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about so many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." You see, Mary had found that one thing. While Martha was consumed by many things, Mary was captivated by one, and his name is Jesus. Our lives resemble Martha's more than we'd like to admit. Work deadlines, school pickups, phone notifications, life demands, family pressures, even good things can become overwhelming things. What Martha needed and what we need isn't less to do, but a clearer focus on who we are doing it for. You see, that's the paradox. We are busy doing things for Jesus, important things, and yet so often we fail to be with Jesus. Tim Keller, he once noted, "The essence of gospel humility is not thinking more of myself or thinking less of myself. It is thinking of myself less." And that happens not by self-effort, but by being captivated by someone greater, whose name is Jesus. You see, we don't need to guess like Mitch in City Slickers did. We don't need to guess what that one thing is. The good news is this: Jesus is that one thing. He's the one who gives meaning to all of our other things. He is the secret to peace and joy and purpose and rest. I love Jesus' words from Matthew 6, verse 33, where he says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." As we are worried about so many things, says Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount, we should be seeking one thing most of all, and then everything else will fall into place. It's when we seek after everything else that our lives become a cluttered mess. So here's my challenge for you today. Take 5 minutes today, maybe right now, as you close out this devotion, take 5 minutes to become more like Mary. Set your phone aside, close your laptop, let the dishes and all the other to-do list items sit by the wayside, and just sit quietly in Jesus' presence. Read his word. Listen. Because sometimes the most spiritual thing that you can do is simply this: to stop. As John Ortberg once said, you must arrange your life so that you are experiencing deep contentment, joy, and confidence in your everyday life with God. You see, we may know intellectually what that one thing is, but of greater benefit to us will be when that one thing, whose name is Jesus, takes center place in our lives. That's my prayer for you today, and for me as well, that we will learn that the one thing that matters most is what's really in the center of our lives, and his name is Jesus. And God wants all of this for you, not from you, for you, because God is good.